The new teaser for Spider-Man, Brand New Day showed Peter Parker striking the Hulk with a mechanical gauntlet, while the Punisher appeared armed and ready to confront the Green Goliath. But there is one major problem. Neither Spider-Man's punches nor Frank Castle's conventional bullets should be capable of hurting someone who has fought Thor and knocked down a Chitauri Leviathan with a single punch. So, is the movie completely ignoring the enormous power difference between these characters? Maybe not. The possible return of the Shocker's gauntlet, Sam Wilson's confrontation with the Red Hulk, and the arrival of Adamantium in the MCU may reveal a much smarter plan. And one theory suggests that the Hulk may not even be the real enemy in this battle. Is Peter Parker becoming another Iron Man? After Spider-Man, No Way Home, no one remembers Peter Parker anymore. He lost his friends, his connection to the Avengers, and his access to Stark Industries' resources. At the end of the movie, Peter was living alone in a small apartment and using a sewing machine to create his own suit. Everything suggested that we were finally going to see a more independent and resourceful version of Spider-Man. Because of that, the appearance of a mechanical gauntlet does not necessarily mean Peter will become dependent on Tony Stark's technology again. If he is reusing a weapon taken from an enemy, he would actually be doing something very common in the comics, studying an opponent's equipment and turning limited resources into an unexpected solution. Peter may have lost Tony's support, but that does not mean he is completely defenseless. The answer may be hidden inside a piece of technology he has already faced before. Does the gauntlet belong to the Shocker? The main theory is that Peter may be using a modified version of the Shocker's gauntlet, a weapon previously seen in Spider-Man: Homecoming. Herman Schultz received the equipment while working for the Vulture's organization, and he eventually confronted Peter outside the school dance. The weapon was modified by the Tinkerer, Phineas Mason, who created advanced equipment using the different technologies collected by the organization. Despite the name Shocker, the weapon does not simply produce electrical shocks. In the comics, Herman Schultz's gauntlets generate vibrations and powerful shock waves capable of destroying walls, opening bank vaults, and throwing enemies across a room. Peter could modify the frequency of the device to push the Hulk backward, disorient him, or create a temporary opening. Vibrational shock waves could explain how Spider-Man remains in the fight, but they do not explain how he could defeat a monster who has survived attacks far more powerful than anything the Shocker has ever produced. Why the gauntlet cannot defeat the Hulk by itself? Spider-Man is much stronger than his appearance suggests. He has held up extremely heavy structures, blocked an attack from Cull Obsidian, and physically overpowered several dangerous enemies. Peter also constantly controls his own strength to avoid killing ordinary criminals. Because of this, some fans believe that if he stopped holding back, he could fight almost anyone. The Hulk, however, exists on an entirely different level. He has fought Thor, survived alien weapons, destroyed military vehicles, and knocked down a Chitauri Leviathan with a single punch. His strength can also increase as his anger grows, making a prolonged battle more dangerous with every passing moment. Peter could use his agility and spider sense to avoid some of the Hulk's attacks, but one direct hit could end the fight immediately. There is another important problem. Spider-Man has already survived a strike from the Shocker's gauntlet. If Peter was able to stand up after taking that hit, it would be difficult to believe that the same technology could knock out the Hulk. The gauntlet may be an important tool, but Peter would still need something capable of surviving or penetrating the Hulk's incredible durability. And the MCU has already introduced two materials that may provide that possibility. The answer may be Vibranium and Adamantium. The best example came when Sam Wilson fought the Red Hulk. Sam did not suddenly become as physically powerful as Thaddeus Ross. He survived the confrontation because his vibranium wings could withstand impacts that would have destroyed conventional equipment. Vibranium can also absorb and redistribute kinetic energy, potentially allowing Sam to use part of the force directed against him for a counterattack. Even so, Sam spent most of the battle trying to survive. Vibranium gave him protection and allowed him to cause some damage, but did not make him stronger than the Red Hulk. The real victory came when Sam reached Ross emotionally and helped him regain control. Sam did not win because he punched harder. He survived long enough to discover another way to end the fight. Adamantium would serve a different purpose. While Vibranium is famous for absorbing energy, Adamantium is known for its extreme durability and its ability to penetrate almost anything when shaped into a weapon. That is why Wolverine's claws can injure enemies with incredible resistance. In the comics, adamantium weapons have been used to hurt or restrain the Hulk. But that does not mean anyone holding an adamantium weapon could defeat him. Adamantium may be able to pierce his skin. It cannot eliminate his strength, his anger, or his powerful healing factor. What is the Punisher carrying in that weapon? This is where Frank Castle's presence becomes far more interesting. A conventional handgun should pose absolutely no threat to the Hulk. Ordinary bullets would probably fail to penetrate his skin, and even if they caused a minor injury, Bruce would recover quickly. Frank is a highly trained and experienced fighter, but no amount of military training can eliminate such an enormous physical disadvantage. His weapon must be hiding something else. One possibility is adamantium ammunition, using a material that now exists in the MCU and could potentially penetrate the Hulk's skin. Another possibility is a bullet containing a tranquilizer or chemical compound specifically designed to interfere with Bruce Banner's transformation. Perhaps the ammunition is not intended to kill him. It may have been created to weaken the Hulk or help Banner regain control. However, injuring the Hulk could simply make him even angrier. Because of that, Peter may actually need to stop Frank from carrying out a plan that would make the situation worse. This would create a strong conflict between the two characters. The Punisher wants to eliminate what he considers a dangerous threat as quickly as possible, while Spider-Man is still trying to save the human being trapped inside the monster. But what if Frank's weapon was never designed to kill the Hulk? What if it was created to target whatever is controlling Bruce? What if the Hulk is being controlled? The Hulk's aggressive behavior may be caused by an experiment, a chemical substance, or some form of mental influence. One theory involves the mysterious character played by Sadie Sink, who some fans believe could be a version of Jean Grey. However, her identity and her involvement in this battle must still be treated as speculation. If a telepathic influence is controlling the Hulk, defeating him physically would solve nothing. Peter would need to discover who is controlling him and break the connection. The Shocker's gauntlet could have been modified to release a specific frequency capable of disrupting that control. Frank's ammunition could also carry a compound designed for the same purpose. But there is another complication. Neither Spider-Man nor the Punisher has a reliable natural defense against a powerful telepath. Bruce may be fighting internally to regain control, giving Peter only a small opportunity to act. In that situation, Spider-Man would not need to defeat the giant standing in front of him. He would need to survive long enough to locate and stop the real enemy behind the battle. How could Peter actually win? The most convincing solution would combine all of these possibilities. Peter could use his spider sense to anticipate the Hulk's attacks, his agility to avoid direct strikes, and his webs to temporarily restrict the Hulk's movements. The gauntlet could generate vibrational waves capable of disorienting him or disrupting a possible external influence. Frank could use specialized ammunition only as a final option. Vibranium could reinforce parts of Peter's equipment and absorb some of the Hulk's attacks, while adamantium could prevent the gauntlet from being destroyed immediately. However, neither metal would make Peter physically comparable to the Hulk. The real objective would be to buy time, protect civilians, and discover why Bruce has lost control. Peter's true victory would happen when he reached Banner emotionally or neutralized whoever was manipulating the Hulk. That would demonstrate Peter's development without transforming him into another successor to Tony Stark. Spider-Man would win the way he is supposed to win, by observing, improvising, and refusing to treat someone as a monster when that person can still be saved. The gauntlet may create an impressive visual moment, but it probably will not be enough to knock out the Hulk. The Red Hulk battle demonstrated that materials like vibranium and adamantium can allow physically weaker characters to survive a confrontation on this level. But surviving, injuring, and defeating the Hulk are three completely different things. Perhaps that is the real surprise hidden inside Brand New Day. The teaser shows Spider-Man, the Punisher, and the Hulk entering a massive confrontation, but it may be hiding the true enemy behind the battle. Now we want to hear your opinion. Should Peter use a gauntlet reinforced with vibranium? Could Frank be carrying adamantium ammunition? Or is the Hulk being controlled by a much greater threat? And if Spider-Man really knocks out the Hulk with only one punch, would that victory make sense to you? Leave your opinion in the comments, give the video a like, and subscribe to the channel for more Marvel stories and theories.